What's up, Ehab?
How's it going, Brock?
Doing all right. What's happening today?
Oh, the usual work. Gonna do more work after this.
Beautiful. Gotta get paid.
Yeah, gotta get paid. Gotta pay the bills somehow. How was your weekend?
My weekend
Yeah.
was all right. Didn't do too much. Well, hey, Sherry. Ooh, Margaret, what's up? Margaret, there are other people here today.
Yay! Success! My legs feel so heavy.
Is that from, did you do your, what was that, Murph on Monday, right? Everybody got into that?
Yeah. It was my first Murph, believe it or not.
Your first Murph you had?
Mm-hmm.
This is my first year that I didn't do it.
I don't blame you.
I didn't do the pull-ups, but I did the push-ups and the squats on partition with a vest as well as.
Ugh, that is still plenty of work.
Yeah, I was riding the struggle bus, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I've done it every possible variation with a vest, without, unpartitioned, partition, whatever. Like, I think I've done it like 7 times or something.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things that I'm okay with doing just like once a year on Memorial.
Oh yeah, it is a good like idea behind the workout, but it is a silly, really, really hard workout.
All those people that are like, I did Murph every day for a month. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you?
That is definitely not advisable.
Yeah.
I did 50 squats and my knees still hurt.
See, if that's a good amount. 50, that's a good amount of squats.
I honestly just like it because the beer afterwards feels amazing.
Just one?
Yeah, just one. I'm a lightweight.
Especially after Murph. I think everybody would be.
Yes.
That was, I just got the boot band. I think it thought I went crazy for a second during Murph.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of good data on your Whoop band from that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, looks like we got, we'll give it another minute, but I think we got a lot of the usual crew. We won't really need any equipment today. We're going to do all just stuff with our body, other than we're going to do like a couch stretch. So you'll need something to put your foot up on. But I see couches and chairs and walls all around you guys. So I think you're going to be all right. Margaret, you might need to use a tree.
It's okay. I'm going to have to move in soon. I think it might rain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I think we can get it going. If anybody else shows up, cool. But today the plan is going to be kind of just doing like a full body mobility routine, something you could do like before any workout sort of thing, or maybe on a rest day when you're looking to just do some moving around. Because through all these mobility classes, we've done just about a little bit of everything. So today that's what we're going to do, just a little bit of everything. So we'll kind of go just from the floor up, feet, ankles, quads, hamstrings, work our way up, and we'll finish with stuff like in our neck and our traps, but just kind of hitting 1 or 2 things on each kind of muscle group or joint. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Through this whole thing, a good idea to do focus on your breathing. Use your breathing to your advantage so that you get deeper into those stretches. So using like your big exhales to get you're more relaxed and deeper into whatever stretch we're doing. And of course, try and keep it through your nose. But that's pretty much it. Not too much talking to do today. We're going to start with some feet and then ankles and calf stuff. If you want to take your shoes off, you can. It'll probably help you out a little bit with these stretches, but you can also do this with your shoes on if you got them on. Don't feel like taking them off. But we're just going to do, starting with some floor-assisted stretching of bottom and top of the foot. So what it's going to look like is I'm going to start like with the pads of my toes in the floor, stretching into the arch of my foot, and then I'm going to roll forward. I'm going to pop my shoe off so you guys can see. So stretching here, and then rolling forward, stretching the top of the foot, rolling back. So just kind of working with that joint in the toes. I just realized I don't have a timer. 1 second. Let me grab my phone. But what we're going to do is 30 seconds on each foot, but we're going to do it 2 times through. So let me get the timer started. You guys go ahead on whatever foot you're starting on. But 30 seconds, just moving, holding for a second, moving. If you want, you can kind of get a little side to side in each of those positions to hit different kind of corners of that stretch. I'll tell you when to switch. All right, let's go to the other foot. And just kind of constant, steady movement, holding in only if you find like a really good tight spot you want to stretch into. Probably when you do the little side to side, you can definitely find some extra sticky spots. All right, switch back to that first foot. And one more time on that other foot. And don't forget, pay attention to your breath. Don't catch yourself with your jaw slack, your mouth open. Keep it in the nose. Just a few more seconds here. All right, and relax. Good, so next up, we're gonna use similar kind of position. We're gonna do some ankle circles. So I'm just gonna put tippy toe on the ground. I'm not putting any weight on my foot. I'm just kind of hanging out here. And then we're gonna roll through in a circular motion. We're gonna go 30 seconds on each side in each direction. So I can start going counterclockwise, then we'll go 30 seconds clockwise, and then we'll switch to the other side. So it's kind of the same thing as when we do like our wrist circles, but we're doing it in our ankle. So go ahead, whatever foot you want to start on, get that moving. And we're going to go 30 seconds in one direction. So just keep going the same way. Good. And try and make these circles a little bigger every time. Once it starts to loosen up, once some of those clicks and pops start to disappear a little bit. All right, let's go the other way. All right, go ahead and switch feet. Start going either direction on the other foot. Same thing. Start a little small and work your way into a bigger circle. All right, other direction. Okay, good. Go ahead and relax. Okay, next up, we're going to stick in the kind of ankle joint region, but we're going to stretch our calves. I think we did this stretch when we did our ankle mobility day, but we're going to do that body weight assisted calf stretch. So using my body weight to press in, same thing like we do this with a kettlebell or a barbell sometimes, but you can do it with just your own body weight. Goal here, pushing that knee as far out over the toe as you can without letting that heel come off the ground. So just leaning on your leg. If you're pretty comfortable in the bottom of a squat, you can kind of squat on it. I'm going to start the timer. We're going to do a minute on each side. So really just lean out over there. Again, once you get settled in, you can get a little side to side motion going. Just find those sticky spots. Move around. You can even kind of pulse forward against it. Really need some leverage. Sometimes I like to push down on my heel with my hands so I can really push into it without worrying about that heel coming up. Get about 10 more seconds here. All right, go ahead, switch it on over, other side. Same thing. Remember, don't forget to use that breath to your advantage. Take big, deep breaths, and when you exhale, push deeper into that stretch. About another 15 seconds. All right, good, relax. Next up, we're gonna go into that couch stretch. So with this one, I'm gonna use a bench, but you can do this up against a wall, on your actual couch, a chair, whatever you got. But the back foot is gonna elevate up onto whatever you've got, push that knee back close to the wall, the couch, whatever. Other leg just out in front, sit up nice and tall, stretch in front of that quad. We're gonna do a minute on each leg. I'll give you guys a second to find your spot. I'll start my timer once I see most of you guys there. Looks good. I'm gonna start it. Again, with this one, just try and push your hips back towards the wall or whatever you're up against. Try and get that stretch deep in that quad. You can also flex your glute to push your hip forward a little more. About 30 more seconds. Good, all right, go ahead and switch over to the other leg. Start my timer in like 10 seconds so you guys have a second to settle in. Cool, 20 more seconds. See how deep you can get into that stretch. And relax. Good work. All right, cool. So we hit the quads. Now we're gonna take it to the back of the leg. We're gonna hit some hamstring stuff. This one you'll probably remember from our forward fold session. I think that was last week that we did that. But we're just gonna use some floor touches and then our forward fold for that hamstring, low back, a little bit of glute stretch. So I'm gonna time out 30 seconds where we're just gonna be doing our floor touches or just reaching to the shins or whatever. So a nice dynamic, but pretty gentle stretch. After about 30 seconds of this, I'm gonna have us hang out for a minute, just kind of dangle and slowly work your way down. Once you settle in, maybe grab the toes, pull yourself, grab the back of your legs. So 30 seconds of just floor touches, then we'll do a minute hold. Let's go ahead. Nice, easy 30 seconds. Maybe get about 10 touches in. Maybe on every rep, you reach a little farther. All right, we're going into that hold in 3, 2, 1, and hold. When you're doing this, make sure to keep your head relaxed. It should just be dangling. If you're not looking at your kneecaps right now, your head is not relaxed. Don't try and hold it up. Good, big deep breaths. Good. We're coming up on the halfway point, so start maybe grabbing your toes or your legs and pulling a little more actively into that stretch. Every exhale should get you a little farther into that stretch. Good. 15 more seconds. Try and take one big breath and then get as deep as you can into that stretch for the last little bit here. 3, 2, 1, and slowly work your way back up. Good stuff. All right, next up in the chain is going to be our hips. We're going to start with some hip rotations. We're going to lie on the ground. This is going to be another familiar one. The way it's going to work, I'm just going to lay here. I'm going to use my hand, and I'm just going to press my knee away and relax. Press away and relax. If you're not getting much, just scoot that other foot closer so you get a little better leverage. Press and relax. If you really, really need some leverage, pick that foot up as you're doing the same thing. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side 2 times. Actually, we'll just do once. 30 seconds on each side. So go ahead, whatever side you want to start on. Just start working that knee out a little bit. Keep constant movement, kind of flossing that hip joint, stretching that glute. So press into the stretch and release. Get a few more presses. And go ahead, switch it on over. and relax. Good stuff. All right. Next up, we're gonna hit one more hip stretch. It's gonna be pretty quick. It's just gonna be 10 reps, alternating legs of our Samson lunge. We're gonna do a dynamic version, so we're not holding. You're just gonna step way out into that lunge, so really long lunge, and then I'm just gonna reach, push my hips forward, and then step back out. So step out, big reach and stretch, and then come back in. Just give me 10 reps, 5 on each leg. And as soon as you finish those 10 reps, I just want you to pop into the bottom of your squat. We're just gonna sit, take a little pit stop in our squat hold. Cool. We'll just hang out in this squat hold for maybe like 30, 45 seconds. Just working around, feeling all that good range of motion we just got out of the lower body. We hit most of the pieces, so the squat hold should feel all right. Good, we'll go now, just another 15 seconds. All right, we'll call it good there on that squat hold. We're gonna move straight into a little bit of like our, still little hamstrings, but some back and then some chest and shoulders. We're gonna combine our inchworm and our scorpion. So I'm gonna inchworm out to that plank, hit the bottom of my push-up, and arms are gonna go out, and then a scorpion twist on each side. That'll start loosening up our back, also our chest and our shoulders, and then you walk back out of your inchworm. Just give me 5 of those. So walk out, hit a scorpion twist on each side, and walk it back 5 times. Yeah, just hit one more rep, even if it's not your last one, that's all right. I'm gonna move on to the next thing. All right, cool. Let's talk about the next one. We're gonna do a stretch that'll hit triceps and lats kind of at the same time. So you're gonna take the hand behind your back. You're gonna get your other hand up on that elbow. Once I get settled into this stretch, I'm just gonna lean away from that stretch to get that stretch down into my lat. So I'm pulling on that elbow, but I'm also leaning, kind of pushing my rib cage out away. Just making a big curve there. We're gonna do 45 seconds on each side. And don't forget those big deep breaths. Another 15 seconds. All right, switch sides, give your arms a little shake, and pop into that other side. All right, and relax. Oh wait, no, we got 10 more seconds. My bad. Telling time's hard. And now you can relax. All right, good. All right. All right, last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna skip over our bicep stretch. We're gonna get into the neck and the traps. I think that'll be good. So everybody's been doing a lot of sitting, working on their computer and stuff, I'm sure. First one we're gonna do side to side with the neck and the traps. The way you're gonna set this up is you're gonna interlock your fingers behind your back, and then you're gonna kind of pull your shoulders down, open up your chest like this. Once I'm in that position, so I'm using that interlock finger position for leverage, keep those shoulders down and back. Then I'm just gonna move my head side to side into that stretch, keeping those shoulders pinned down. We're just gonna go for a minute of moving like that, side to side. You can hold it on those side positions as long as you want, maybe like 5 to 10 seconds, or just keep it moving if that feels good. But keep pulling those hands down behind your back to keep those shoulders pinned down. That'll help you get into that stretch a little deeper. About another 20 seconds. All right, and relax. We're gonna hit one more on this last stretch. It's just gonna require you basically to have terrible posture, and that'll stretch your upper back and your neck really well. We're gonna use our hands, our arms to basically weight it down. This is easier probably if you sit up in a chair actually, just so you can get a little easier into that bad slouchy position. But basically gonna sit in my awful slouchy position. I'm gonna put my hands back behind my head again, interlock your fingers, and then I'm just gonna let my arms kind of pull down. You can probably hear I'm talking funny already because it's smushing my chin into my chest. Once I'm here, I'm gonna imagine kind of like my back is like I'm pulling a string on a bow and arrow, and I'm arching my back, trying to push my back as far the opposite direction of my head as I can. Just take big deep breaths. We're gonna go for a full minute. So go ahead, get yourself in there. Just let the weight, don't pull down on your head necessarily, but just let your arms hang on it and then push that back away. Should feel this in your neck, your upper back. Once you're in there, you can kind of roll your head around side to side a little bit. Ease into it. If you're real tight through your neck and your traps, you may even feel this like all the way up in the top of your skull even. Those muscles wrapping up on top of there. Okay, 10 more seconds. One big deep breath to finish it. One more big stretch. And relax. Good stuff. All right. We did it. fully warmed up and loose. I'm sweating. That's good. I'm ready. Cool. All right. Well, that's all I got for you guys. That's a kind of full body routine. Again, you kind of use that whenever. Before like any workout, that'd be pretty good. If you hit most things, you might want to lean into one area or the other depending on what you're doing that day. But it's also good rest day, like got to do something besides sit on the couch kind of routine. But that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you hit up that Core Blast class in a little bit. And hopefully I'll see some of you guys in person soon.
Soon, I hope so. Thank you.
Good work. See ya.